There was a big fight the other night in which a giant hulking ex-Special Forces dude beat a woman, beat her up. A giant hulking dude beat up a chick, and this was considered a great victory, and people applauded for that. The fella's name is Alana McLaughlin. I don't know what his real name is, but the name he goes by is Alana McLaughlin. He is the second openly transgender woman, so a dude, to beat up women in the MMA. And he won his debut on Friday night via submission at the Combate Global preliminary games in Miami. He's 38 years old. He used a rear chokehold against Celine Provost, ended the match 3 minutes, 32 seconds into the second round. Here's what he said. He goes, "I want to pick up the mantle that Fallon put down." Fallon Fox is another dude who went into the ring to beat up women and cracked open a woman's skull, and people applauded for that too. They said, yeah, buddy, you go crack that woman's skull. Equality, freedom. He did that. He became the first transgender woman to fight in the MMA in 2012. And then this fella says, right now I'm following in Fallon's footsteps. I'm just another step along the way, and it's my great hope that there are more to follow behind me. Freedom, right? Isn't this freedom? This is freedom, according to the modern liberal definition that many people on the right have bought into. Well, it's his freedom. If he feels like a woman, then he gets to just pretend to be a woman. He gets to be treated as a woman. He gets to dress up like a woman and compete in women's sports. It's his freedom. And by the way, the woman that he beat up, she agreed to do it. Right? Let's not make her into a victim here. I mean, sure, a hulking Special Forces dude just bruised her up, but she agreed to do it. It was her consent. Just like the woman who had her skull cracked open by Fallon Fox. She consented to it. So it's her freedom too. And look, we're all consenting to watch this sick match, right? This psychopathy in a ring. And so it's all free. It's all good. As long as you agree to it. Isn't that great? The heroin addict just decides to shoot up. You tyrants better not tell him that he can't shoot up a bunch of dope and kill himself. Why, that's his freedom, right? Right? No, I don't think so. Researchers have determined that email phishing attacks and brute force attacks are the two most popular and successful methods that cybercriminals use for ransomware and extortion attacks on corporate networks. These attacks are very simple to attempt, they're very difficult to detect, and they can come with huge rewards for cybercriminals. Good thing there's LifeLock. It seems today, every week you read another story about some huge cyber attack. Protect yourself and your data. LifeLock helps detect a wide range of identity threats, for instance, your social security number for sale on the dark web. If they detect that your information's potentially been compromised, they will send you an alert. You gotta protect your information. I know you think no one's after your information. No, they're after some famous guy's information. They're after some big, but they're after your information, okay? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure here. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can keep what's yours with LifeLock by Norton. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year by going to lifelock.com/Knowles. That is lifelock.com/Knowles for 25% off. What we saw happen, I didn't watch it, obviously, but what other people saw happen at the MMA is the refutation of feminism, transgenderism, the whole sexual revolution, and this whole misunderstanding of liberty, okay? Feminism says men and women are exactly the same. They're identical. There are some superficial differences, but beyond superficial differences, they're identical. And that's just not true. Men and women are different. They're different physically, they're different emotionally, they're different ontologically. They're just different, okay? A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle, according to the feminists. Just not true. Men and women both need one another. Transgenderism is the logical consequence of feminism. If men and women are exactly the same, well, first then you're going to have to redefine marriage, because men and women are exactly the same. So the union of two men and the union of two women has to be, just following that logic, it has to be the exact same as the union between a man and a woman. And then following that logic, a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man, because there's actually no difference, right? Except when they get into the ring and the men crack the women's skulls open, and then you realize, oh, wait, there is a difference. No, but I was told there is no, so I must be imagining this. It must be an illusion. It was just the luck of the draw that Fallon Fox cracked that chick's skull open, right? It could have gone the other way. The chick could have cracked his skull open, except they never do because men and women are different. The whole sexual revolution. Do men and women relate to sex in the same way? I don't think so. When a single guy goes out with his buddies and they want to get up to no good, they are thinking about sex in a different way than women are. That's just a fact. Leon Kass, the bioethicist, has this idea. It's called the wisdom of repugnance. He said there are certain things that just at a gut level, we just find icky, okay? And this is not fully reliable to our understanding of moral problems, but it is somewhat reliable. Think of incest, consensual incest, where there is no possibility of producing a child. Right? You can't really make a utilitarian argument for why that's a bad thing. Because there won't be a child, there won't be any externality. These two people are consenting, they love each other, it's no big deal. And yet, we just have this aversion to it. We just think, there's something wrong about it. There's something wrong about a man cracking a woman's skull open. And if you're bought into the logic of liberalism and progressivism and all these modern ideologies, you can't really explain. If you're a conservative, you can explain why it's wrong. But if you're a modern, you can't quite explain why it's wrong. But you know too, that it is wrong.